nature of alcohols and acidic nature of phenols we have discussed, right? Now let us make a small comparison between acidic nature of alcohols, aliphatic alcohols with aromatic alcohols. Okay, so comparison here, acidic nature of alcohols with phenols. Alcohols with phenols. Now, in the previous class we have discussed that alcohols are so weak acids that they are much more lesser acidic in nature than the water. And we have discussed that phenols are more acidic than water. Phenols are more acidic than water. By some reactions we have seen. Reaction of alkoxide with water, water is more acidic. Reaction of phenol with aqueous sodium hydroxide, phenol is more acidic. We have proved that. Two reactions. Now, in one more way, I would like to explain this same sequence, acidic nature. How means, just observe this. When an alcohol behaves as an acid, it produces alkoxide ion with a H plus ion. Let us assume now water behaves as acid. If water behaves as acid, water forms hydroxide ion with a H plus ion. If phenol behaves as acid, if phenol is acid, then you know that it produces phenoxide ion with H plus. Now, by simple comparison of these ions also, you can determine which is more acidic, which is less acidic. For example, alkoxide ion, you know that the negative charge present on the oxygen, okay, already negative charge present on the oxygen, and alkyl group is what? Electron releasing group. It is electron releasing group. Now, on the hydroxide ion, there is no electron releasing group, there is no electron withdrawing group. OH minus, that's it. There is no withdrawing group in this, there is no releasing group in this. And if you observe the phenoxide ion, you know that benzene is electron withdrawing. That means this pair of electrons can shift here and this pair is shifting like this. You know that this negative charge present on the oxygen will be involved in the resonance or mesomeric effect. Right? So I can say stability of alkoxide ion, can decide the acidic nature, can decide the acidic strength. Because alkoxide ion, if it is more stabilized, then the reaction proceeds further, right? Forward reaction takes place. If this is stable, alkoxide ion is stable. If alkoxide ion is unstable, then it is not ready to form. Okay, unstable products are generally less percentage formed. Stable products are more formed. So always reactions proceed towards stability, stabler products. So compared to alkoxide ion, which ion is more stable? Phenoxide ion is more stable, right or not? So phenoxide ion is more stable. Phenoxide ion is more stable than alkoxide ion, because here withdrawing effect, here releasing effect, right or not? So more stable means it is easily formed, so more amount of H plus ions are given. This is less stable means little bit formed, less H plus. So that's why we are writing alcohols are less acidic than phenols. Alcohols are less acidic than phenols. Okay, so based on the stability of the alkoxide ions, you can say acidic nature, and I can say that as the stability of alkoxide or phenoxide, okay, alkoxide or phenoxide ion increases, acidic nature also increases. Okay, now let us see one example under this acidic nature order. Let us see. If you are given methanol, ethanol, water, phenol, orthonitrophenol, okay, or para-nitrophenol, okay. Write the acidic nature, okay, acidic nature, increasing order or decreasing order. Then what is the order we need to follow? You know that already. What is the order? You know already. Alkyl alcohols, normal alcohols, are less acidic than water, as you know, right? Then followed by what? Phenols. Now among these, which are alkyl alcohols or normal alcohols? Methanol and ethanol, right? Now among methanol and ethanol, which will be lesser acidic in nature or which will be more acidic in nature? Let us write increasing order. Okay, I am writing increasing order of acidic nature. Ethanol will be less acidic because you know that in ethanol one methyl group is present. It is electron releasing in nature, right? Plus I effect will takes place. So electron releasing group is there, means what it will do? It will increase it will release the electrons towards this carbon, so the OH bond polarity decreases. So what I can say, ethyl alcohol or ethanol is less acidic than methanol, because in methanol there is no such methyl group extra. Okay, only one methyl and OH group is there, but here one methyl is also there, extra 2 carbon compound. It is 1 carbon, so it is releasing effect is more, plus I effect is more. So that means this is ethyl alcohol is less acidic than methyl alcohol, methanol. Then comes after alcohols, what is the next thing? Water. So order must be next to water. After water, next we have phenol and nitrophenols. Now you know that among the phenols we studied one order. What is that? Phenols with electron withdrawing group are more acidic than normal phenol. Okay, then phenol with electron releasing group, right or not? Now this is normal phenol, these two are electron withdrawing groups containing phenols. This is nitrophenol, orthonitro, it is para-nitrophenol. Okay na? Now among these 3 comparisons if you make, this is normal phenol. Normal phenol must be lesser acidic than the phenol with contain electron withdrawing group. In these two you have electron withdrawing group, so these two must have more acidic nature than phenol. That means phenol I am writing here after water. Then after that, which will be more acidic, orthonitro or paranitro? Now in this case orthonitrophenol, okay, orthonitrophenol is lesser acidic than paranitrophenol, is less acidic than paranitrophenol. Okay, even though the acidic nature varies only very little bit, very small difference, but then also orthonitrophenol have less acidic character, little bit less acidic character than the paranitrophenol. Why? Because in orthonitrophenol there is intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Due to this intramolecular hydrogen bonding, this H plus is not easily donated, whereas here there is no such case. So this can be donated easily, this H plus can be donated easily, but this H plus, what it is doing? It is doing hydrogen bonding with oxygen. So automatically now it is in bonded condition, or it is in attraction, more attraction. So this H plus is not easily given out. That's why I am writing first orthonitrophenol, because orthonitrophenol is less acidic due to intramolecular hydrogen bonding. So orthonitrophenol is less acidic than paranitrophenol. Paranitrophenol. Okay, so this is the acidic nature, the increasing order. Okay, so next reaction, next topic under reactions of alcohols involving OH bond cleavage is esterification. Now what is a esterification? When an alcohol reacts with acid, okay, I am writing one general equation. When alcohol reacts with acid, carboxylic acid it is, produces ester. This process is called esterification. Okay. Now in esterification, you need not always take carboxylic acid only, its derivatives also we can take. It means acid chlorides or acid anhydrides also we can take. For that I am writing general equation. So alcohol when reacts with carboxylic acid gives ester plus water. Okay, basically it is in acidic medium. When an alcohol reacts with acid anhydride forms ester with carboxylic acid. Okay, and when an alcohol reacts with acid halides, this reaction is done in pyridine, in basic solvent. Ester plus HX is eliminated. So these three reactions can be known as esterification reactions, because in all these three ester is formed. Let us take example for this one. So alcohol, let us take ROH alcohol. Okay, when reacts with acid. I am taking here R dash COOH. Okay, this is R group from acid, R dash from acid. This is normal alcohol R. In a acidic medium H plus gives rise to R O C O R dash. R C O O R it is ester plus H2O plus H2O. Okay, so when alcohol react with carboxylic acid, it produces ester and water. Okay, in this reaction, to produce more water, to produce more ester, water should be removed regularly, so that product ester obtained is more. Similarly, for this, if you write a general equation example, when alcohol reacts with acid anhydride means what? R dash COO taken twice O. This is acid anhydride, as you know. Okay, that is acid anhydride means how you are writing the formula. Actually, it should be like this: R dash C double bond O C double bond O R dash. This is actually acid anhydride. Okay, so that means R dash CO taken twice, and this O I am writing outside. So R dash CO twice O. This is acid anhydride representation. Acid anhydride. Okay. Next. When this compound reacts with acid anhydride, this is also acidic medium. Then also you will get ester, but along with ester you will get here carboxylic acid. Okay. Next. When alcohol reacts with acid halide, that is ROH on reaction with acid halide. Acid halide means like for example acetyl chloride, okay, acetyl bromide, any acid halides. Okay, so this one on reaction, basically this reaction is done in pyridine. Produces ester plus HCl. That is H from the alcohol, Cl from here, eliminated as HCl. Now why we are using here pyridine means the HCl which is produced in this reaction is neutralized with pyridine, so that you get more ester in this case. Okay, na? So these are esterification reactions in which OH bond is cleaved. OH bond is cleaved. And esterification, okay, formation, esterification of salicylic acid, or you can also say acetylation of salicylic acid will result in formation of aspirin. It is one important reaction. Salicylic acid orthohydroxybenzoic acid is called salicylic acid. Salicylic acid when reacts with acetic anhydride, okay, I'll write like CO CH3CO taken twice O, acid anhydride. Okay, CH3CO taken twice O, acetic anhydride. It is what? Acetic anhydride. In acidic medium, what will happen? Here this H group reacts with the acetyl group. Okay, so that you will get the product here, benzene ring with COOH remaining as it is, OCOCH3. OCOCH3. Like this, you will get OCOCH3 plus R dash COH, means one more part will be there, that will converted to CH3COOH. It's converted to CH3COOH. This is what acetyl. Okay, acetyl salicylic acid it is. Acetyl salicylic acid. Acetyl salicylic acid is nothing but aspirin. Okay, aspirin. So aspirin is produced from esterification reaction or acetylation reaction of salicylic acid with acetic anhydride. Not only acetic anhydride, you can take acetyl chloride also, or you can take acetic acid also. But you will get acetyl salicylic acid, that is called aspirin. Okay, along with the acetic acid, it is produced. This reaction is acetylation or esterification reaction. Okay, so this is about esterification. So we have done the reactions which involves OH bond cleavage in alcohols. Now let us see the reactions of alcohols involving CO bond cleavage. Okay, CO bond cleavage. Okay, under this we will study first one, reaction with acid halides. Reaction with hydrogen halides, that is HX, reaction with HX. Now in these reactions, for example, if you take an alcohol reaction with HCl in anhydrous ZnCl2, it produces RCl plus H2O, right? So what is happening in this? When you heat or when you treat alcohol with acid in catalyst, anhydrous produces alkyl halide plus water. This reaction already we have seen in preparation methods of haloalkanes. Okay, that is alcohols on reaction with HCl or HBr in ZnCl2 gives chloro compounds plus H2O. But sir, here you need to remember that at that time already I said you HCl with anhydrous ZnCl2. Okay, HCl with anhydrous ZnCl2 is Lucas reagent. And it is used for detection of or identification of or differentiation of primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols. Okay, for the detection or identification or differentiation between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols. Now what is happening when alcohol is reacting with this reaction mixture? You are getting what? Alkyl halide. Basically you need to remember that when alcohols react with this, you are getting alkyl halides. Alcohols are much more soluble than alkyl halides. Okay, so whenever this reagent reacts with alcohols, alkyl halides are produced. Due to that, the solution changes to turbidity. Turbidity is produced, means solution becomes unclear. Alcohols initially is clear solution. If you add this reagent, it becomes a unclear, means turbidity is produced like precipitated. It can be obtained like that. So it becomes, the clear solution becomes turbid. And how do you identify primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols, or how do you differentiate them? With this reagent means tertiary alcohols on reaction with Lucas reagent, produces turbidity immediately. Okay, they produces turbidity immediately. Secondary alcohols, when reacts with Lucas reagent, produces turbidity at room temperature only, means a slight warm condition. Okay, at a slight heating or slight warm condition only. And primary alcohols, when they react with Lucas reagent, do not form or produce turbidity. Okay, turbidity at room temperature. So in this way you can differentiate between tertiary, secondary and primary alcohols. What is there? If two test tubes are given to you, in one it is in test tube 1 and test tube 2 you have added some few drops of Lucas reagent. If the test tube 1 produces turbidity immediately, without even like within 1 second, 2 seconds, then it indicates that it is tertiary alcohol is present in that. And if it requires certain time, okay, or if it is slightly warmed at room temperature, if it is, then it is secondary alcohol. And the reactivity order towards the Lucas reagent for these alcohols is: tertiary alcohols are more reactive than secondary alcohols than primary alcohols. This is the reactivity order. Why? Because tertiary alcohols forms stable carbocation, tertiary carbocation. That's why tertiary alcohols readily reacts with the Lucas reagent. So tertiary alcohols are more reactive because tertiary carbocation is more stable. Okay, so tertiary alcohols are more reactive towards Lucas reagent. Okay, that is, I am writing the order now. Tertiary alcohols are more reactive towards Lucas reagent than secondary alcohols than primary alcohols. Now this is the reactivity order of the alcohols towards Lucas reagent. Why? Because tertiary alcohols are more reactive, they are immediately producing the turbidity. Why? Because tertiary carbocation is more stable. That's why tertiary alcohols readily gives turbidity. They are fast in reaction than compared to the secondary. Okay, and primary, under normal circumstances, they do not produce turbidity. Okay.